Viewers, you're welcome to the flight deck where every flight tells a story. Today we're coming to you from Volta River Aviation Limited, a private helicopter company from the Ghana Air Force Base across from the Kotoka International Airport in the background. Recent events in the aviation space has gotten people questioning the safety of helicopter travel. To help me do this, I have with me in the flight deck Captain Fred Berko APJ, a captain with the Volta River Aviation Limited, who's been with them for the past 10 years. He has a 25-year experience, and I can assure you that at the end of this episode, he will erode your perception, educate you on the safety of helicopter travel. Captain APJ is going to take us on a tour of the helicopter. He's going to tell us the make and tail number, the registration number, and then walk us through the various parts of the helicopter. Please come along. Captain, you're welcome to the flight deck.
Thank you very much. And viewers, I'm Captain Frederick Berko APJ. Welcome back to Flight Deck TV show, and I'm happy to be with you. Today we're going to have the opportunity of knowing the aircraft that we fly here. This is called the Dolphin 365 N3. It is made from a French company called Airbus, and I'm going to walk you through and then show you the different parts of the machine, and if possible maybe show you the controls and the instrumentations that we have on it. So come along with me. So here we are at the front. What you see here sprouting out are the pitot tubes. This helps us give us the speed of the aircraft, and at the same time they have our artificial horizon. In the nose here we have the radar. That's the radar dome. And as you see at the top we have the rotor blades and then the rotor mast. That is what tends to keep the helicopter flying. And that is by which we call the helicopter a chopper, because this blades chop into the air and like a screw and then gets you going up. So that's why it got the name chopper. Here we have the battery compartment where we store the battery of the aircraft. And here we have the cockpit doors, and that's where the co-pilot and the pilots, they sit. Normally in the helicopters, the co-pilot is sitting on the left, the captain is on the right. Unlike the airplane where the captain is on the left and the co-pilot on the right. So here are the doors leading to the passenger cabin. Here we can pick 11 passengers. So we have 4 in the front, 3 in the middle, and then 4 at the back. This is a sliding door also for the cabin, but the configuration now you see is for bullion carriage. This is where we have the fuel compartment. We pick the fuel and put in the aircraft, and this is where we can put 900 kgs of fuel or 1,100 and over liters of fuel.
1,100 liters?
Yes, of fuel, which will give you a 3-hour range. So anywhere within 3 hours, the aircraft can go without refueling. Here you see the engine exhaust. This aircraft has 2 engines. So it tells you how safe it is. If you lose one engine can take you home. Even if you lose the 2, you can do auto rotation and be able to land comfortably without any problem.
Do auto what?
Auto rotation.
Auto rotation, okay.
Auto rotation, whereby you are only using your main rotors to glide the aircraft to safety. Okay. When you lose your engines, the aircraft normally should have dropped like a stone. But because you have some energy in the rotor blades which are turning, you can transfer that energy into a safe glide and land the whole helicopter without any problem.
That's how safe it is?
Yes.
Interesting.
So that is there for you. Here we have the stabilizer and fan. So this one stabilizes the aircraft. It stabilizes the aircraft. At the same time, it has a fin that guides it to help with the rotor thrust. And here we have the tail rotor. And this tail rotor is there to counteract the movement of the rotor blades. As the rotor turns right, the aircraft has a tendency of also turning left. The tail rotor is there to help the aircraft not move, but it will be in his flight axis and go straight ahead. And so here, that's where you have what? The toss. It counteracts the torque on the rotor mass. And then you have the fin, which helps it in guiding. Now, whatever components you saw here, we have that on the other side of the aircraft. So same on the other side. So I will just now try and we'll go inside and I'll show you the instrumentation we have and then the controls of the helicopter.
Viewers, at the fin of the helicopter, we're going to go on a short commercial break to acknowledge our sponsors. When we return, we'll take you inside the helicopter. Please stay, don't go away.
We are celebrating 7 years of passion in the skies. From our first takeoff in Accra to the heartlands of Kumasi, Tamale, Takoradi, Wa, and Sunyani, Passion Air has proudly connected Ghana for 7 incredible years. You know that's right. And through every challenge and every mile flown, we have remained steadfast and committed to delivering smooth and reliable air travel to you, our passengers. As we mark this remarkable milestone, we say thank you for flying with us, believing in us, and growing with us. This celebration is not just ours, it is yours too. We have weathered storms, soared above the clouds, and kept our sights high because your comfort and satisfaction have always been at the heart of our mission. Here is to 7 years of excellence and to many more journeys together. Passion Air, connecting Ghana, one city at a time.
This show is sponsored by
Viewers, you're welcome back from the break. We took you out on a tour of the exterior of the helicopter. Now we're back in the flight deck with Captain Appiagyei. He's going to walk us through the instruments, the parts of the flight deck. Captain, please take it away.
Thank you. After the outside tour, now we are inside and I'm going to show you through the instrumentation and then the flight controls of the aircraft. So here in front of us we have the front panel, then we have the down console, and we have the upper console. So the upper console basically has the switches which will give you the lighting and then the starting of the aircraft.
Which one starts the aircraft?
These yellow ones.
Okay.
And these yellow ones are your fuel flow control levers. Okay. These 2 red ones you are seeing here are to help you cut the engine off from fuel. So it's a fuel shut-off lever.
Under what circumstances will you cut off fuel?
If you have fire in the engine, okay, you have to use this to cut fuel flow to that engine. So it will stop all the fuel from flowing to that engine. Okay. So that's why it's important that we have it. Okay. Then we have the rotor brake, so that if you stop the engines, the rotors will still be turning. This is the rotor brake that you use in braking the rotors. Okay. After stopping or shutting down the engine. Okay. So if you come here, we have the switches for lighting, we have the anti-collision lights and all the lightings, they have their switches here. And also we have for the pitot and then the navigation instruments, we have for the wipers, all the things that you see in front, they have their switches here. And then now we come to the engine starting block, where you have the engine switches to start the engines. And then here we have the FADEC control switches. Now it's on auto. So everything within the engine is automated because we have put it on auto. Okay. All right. So if you come to the front panel, that is where we have the flight instruments. So we have the HSI, we have the RMI, and then we have the artificial horizon. And here you find out that all the instruments on the right side, we have the same thing on the left side. So that the aircraft cockpit is dual. Okay. So 2 pilots can fly, 1 at a time though, but 2 pilots can be flying in the aircraft. And it can be flown single pilot too.
Okay.
Okay.
So the idea is that whatever instruments you have here, you have the same thing here.
So you have
it's more like a backup.
Backup.
So when one fails,
You have the other to look up to.
Okay. And then emphasis for the benefit of our viewers, you said that contrary to what pertains on the aeroplane where the captain sits on the left. On the helicopter,
the captain sits on the right hand seat and the co-pilot on the left hand seat. So gentlemen, as I was saying, we come down to the down console, and now here we have the battery control unit where we have the battery switches and then the inverter switches. Then you come back, we have the fuel control block where we have the fuel control switches for all the booster pumps. Then we have the navigation, the FMS. And then we have the helicopter vibration monitoring system. Okay. And then we have all the navies and radios lined up here. We have the autopilot also lined up here. And these are the radio control boxes. Okay. Now in the middle here that you see me holding is called the cyclic stick. And this, yes, the cyclic stick. And this controls the rotor blades. That helps you to turn left, turn right, go forward and go back. Now on the feet, you see we have some pedals. It's not accelerator pedals. This is what controls the tail rotor. So we call it the tail pedals, control pedals. Now on my left here, down here, which you might not be seeing, is what we call the collective pitch. And it's almost like this is what gives you power. So it transmits power from the rotor mast and then gives you the thrust that you need from the engines. Okay? So basically, that is what the controls in the helicopter gives you. And here we have these circuit breakers. In case there's a short circuiting in any of the instruments, they will pop up and cut electric feed to that instrument so that it doesn't cut any electrocuting or cause fire. So that's the purpose of these circuit breakers. That's what they do.
What is this, Captain?
That's a standby compass. The standby compass, in case your RMI fails, you can use this to navigate your way to wherever you're going.
What is RMI?
That's a radial magnetic indicator.
Okay. And then you said something about HSI.
Yeah, the horizontal stabilizing indicator.
Okay, horizontal stabilizing indicator.
Yeah.
Is that the aircraft registration?
Yeah, that's a registration number.
That's the unique registration
for the aircraft.
9G.
Alpha Foxtrot Papa.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's this whole thing?
That's a GPS guide. It's only a guide for you for navigation. So you only compare that with your FMS.
Okay.
So you know you are on the right route.
What is that for, Captain?
That's to tell you the outside air temperature, especially when you start flying high above 6,000 feet. You want to know the temperatures in which you are so that you don't enter into icing states. If you go too up and the place is too cold and you enter into icing, you can stall your engine. So at least with the outside air temperature, you know the type of temperature you are flying in, and it will guide you whether you have to descend from there or you can stay there. At least it will give you a guide. And also maybe for your engine start, you check whether you are within temperature limits. In case you go to the north, sometimes the temperatures can rise up to 38 to 40 degrees. You check whether they are okay for you to start before you blow your battery off.
Okay. I noticed that you have wipers.
Yes.
Is it for use on ground or in the air?
It's in the air.
Really?
It's in the air because if it's raining, you can have some mist forming on your windscreen. Okay. Now you use the wiper to warm the windscreen. Okay. And they demist it a little so that at least you can see ahead of you. Because if there is fog and there is rain, the windscreen easily becomes, cold, and then as you breathe, the warm air inside will make it misty. Okay. And you won't be able to see your front. So the wiper is there. If it's raining too, it clears the rain from the windscreen so that you can see ahead of you.
Oh, interesting. So these are air conditioner vents?
Yeah, these are vents.
Is oxygen fixed on this aircraft or you have to bring it in?
You have to bring it in bottles. It's not integrated into the aircraft system, so
what
you
are
have to bring it in. These are wonder lights for navigation. If you're flying in the night, you don't want too much light in the cockpit, so you use this one. So you see one, this one is red, you know, you put it on and it will show you red, or if you want. And so there's this 10 here. You can turn it and it will be white, or you can turn it and it will be red for your reading purposes. And you control it from the back here. The switch is back there. When you put it on, and you manipulate it.
You didn't tell us about this.
Okay, so this one, it is like we call it a P2 valve. It can blow
P2 valve.
P2 valve.
Okay.
It can blow hot air inside and cold air inside.
Okay.
It draws hot air from the engine and brings it into the cockpit to help also in heating the cabin.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see hot air and you can see cold air.
Okay.
So if you want hot air, you just bring this one, it will bring you. But now we want cold, so this is it.
Okay. I saw a gauge on the floor.
Yeah. Okay, so this is your accumulator. So these brakes, the parking brake, so it is assisted by this accumulator. So you always want to see pressure in it. It's hydraulic fed, but you need to get pressure in it. So this one will give you an idea what pressure is in the system. Because now it is under pressure. So you still have, if you see it getting to zero, there's a switch there that helps you to push it and bring the pressure up. Yeah. And then this one, we're not using because it's a load indicator. If you are doing winching, that's when you connect it to this.
What is winching?
That's if, let's say, somebody falls in water or is lost in the forest or something. We have rescuers go and then they drop down. We have a rope that we drop down.
Oh, that's what it's called,
Then
winching.
then they will tie it around the person and then we'll pull them up. And so that's, we winch the people up. It's just like the winch we have in front of 4x4s. Okay. If a car gets stuck in mud, you join it, you hook it up to him and then pull him out the same way. So if that equipment is, that is the indicator for you to know. You test the cable and then see whether the cable is still strong to be able to hold the weight of the person. Normally it has to, two people, the person, the wincher who is going to pick the person and then the patient or victim who is down there. The load, it must be able to tell you the load, that it's ready for that load. Okay. But we've not connected it here, so we are not using that indicator. Then here you have your engine parameters. It tells you your engine temperature, oil pressure, fuel pressure, hydraulic pressure, and main gearbox. The main gearbox also has its own oil pressure and then the temperature to look at. And here you have the ampere battery. You want to know how much battery you have. It's not connected, so if it's connected, you check, and then the gauge will give you the amperes that you have, whether you can start or not. Okay. So that's it.
We are celebrating 7 years of passion in the skies. From our first takeoff in Accra to the heartlands of Kumasi, Tamale, Takoradi, Wa, and Sunyani, Passion Air has proudly connected Ghana for 7 incredible years. You know that's right. And through every challenge and every milestone, we have remained steadfast and committed to delivering smooth and reliable air travel to you, our passengers. As we mark this remarkable milestone, we say thank you for flying with us, believing in us, and growing with us. This celebration is not just ours, it is yours too. We have weathered storms, soared above the clouds, and kept our sight high because your comfort and satisfaction have always been at the heart of our mission. Here is to 7 years of excellence and to many more journeys together. Passion Air, connecting Ghana, one city at a time.
This show is sponsored by
which one is emergency float to
Yeah,
press to
when you are doing offshore,
offshore?
they fix floats so that in case you have a problem, you can land on the water. So if you are landing on the water, you have to arm it and then you punch this and then the float will inflate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Please tell us a bit about these two.
Okay, so these two, one is the yellow one is the parking brake, and then the front one is the nose wheel control. So as it is down like this, the nose wheel can be moved left and right. Now if you turn it and it comes up like this, it is locked and it goes only one way straight. So if you are going to land on a place where it's not flat, you are not sure, you have to put the parking brake and the nose wheel locked, so that it doesn't land and then it's turning somewhere else. It will land straight as you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Captain, we know that aircrafts, the engine gives thrust for a forward movement, and the wings manipulate the flaps for it to lift off.
Right.
How do you get the helicopter to lift up vertically?
Okay. So it's very simple. We are all guided by the same dynamics like the airplane. We have the thrust, we have the drag, and then we have the lift. Okay? But with the helicopters, we derive our lift from in the aircraft is the ailerons, but here we have the blades, which is the same as the aileron. But in this way, we are using drive shafts to turn the rotor, and the rotor bites into the air like a screw.
Oh, okay, so it bites into the air. Okay.
And the more you increase the speed, then it bites it so much at an angle,
Okay.
which gives it lift.
Okay.
And so the helicopter can stand at a stationary point and lift up.
Okay.
And then
so that's some physics.
And then you can convert that lift into translational lift by just tilting the angle at which the blades are cutting the air. So you just push this thing a little forward, and then now instead of cutting it up straight, now it will be cutting it and going forward.
Going forward.
So that's the principle of helicopter thrust.
Okay.
And the point is, if you want to, you are flying, you want to stop, when you bring this cycle back, instead of cutting it and going, it will be cutting rearwards and drawing you, and so it will slow you back.
Oh, okay.
So in the helicopter, you can go forward. As stationary, you can go forward, go back, go sideways, do anything you want.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
You can at one point turn 360 using your pedals.
That's interesting. So I want you to go over this again so viewers get it right. Because so you're saying that you increase engine power
by using your collective,
and
why we say power is that the rate, this one controls the angle of the blades.
Okay.
This one.
Okay.
That's the collective pitch.
Okay.
It controls the angle, and which is the pitch of each of the blades.
Okay.
So you gives it, the amount that you pull here will turn it to an angle.
Angle, okay.
And that angle will give you the speed that you want.
Okay.
The higher the angle, the bigger the speed. So as you pull it up, you are increasing the angle.
Okay.
If you reduce it, you are lowering the angle.
Okay, so it means that the blades are not flat as it were.
No,
they are tilted at a certain angle.
They are not tilted. It's just like an aileron. So the leading edges are thick and the trailing edge are slim. Okay. It has the same concept like the airplane wing.
Okay.
But in this case, it's the blade. But the blade has been made so strong that its job is to cut into the air, bite into the air. Okay. And that's how it even derives the name chopper. Okay. It chops the air. You get me? So, as it is sitting down, once you start the aircraft, the rotor will be turning. As it is standing at a zero angle. So it is stationary. It turns. Now, immediately you start moving this, it turns into a cone. So the thing is flat. But if you move this one, the angle will change. And as the angle changes, then it can bite more air. And as it is biting the more air, the meantime it begins to lift. Now, as it lifts, if you are comfortable with the height you have got, now you convert that lift, upward lift, into horizontal lift. And that's by using the cyclic to tilt the rotor forward. Once you tilt it forward, instead of biting up, now it will bite and be giving you thrust.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. I see.
So that's a simple principle it uses.
Viewers, it's been very insightful. This tour has been very, very educative, and I cannot thank you, Captain APJ. I cannot thank you enough. It's been very insightful and interesting taking us on this tour. Viewers, I'd like to thank you for staying through with us through this episode. On behalf of the Flight Deck TV show, I'd like to say a big thank you to Captain APJ for hanging out with us on this show. It's been very educative and insightful. Now we look forward to seeing you again on our future episodes. We're definitely going to invite you back. That is a promise. And we hope you make time for us, Captain.
Definitely, I'll be with you.
All right. So,
Anytime.
Captain, say something.
And I also want to thank you for having me. And viewers, I believe you have enjoyed the show, and it's been educative to you. And please don't hesitate. Gather any questions, other questions that you have, and bring it on board. And next time we'll try as much as possible to treat them for you. Thank you also, and God bless you all. Thank you.
All right, from the Flight Deck TV show, signing off. It's your host, Kojodai. We'll see you again. Bye.